Hi ladies, just wanted to answer a couple of people's queries because I've had a few questions in the last few weeks about stubborn fat, and more specifically from the lower ab area. Okay, so I thought I'd just make a video because it would be a bit easier for me to explain to everybody. So I've been asked what is the best exercise to tone up the lower part of the abs. Now there are tons of exercises that will do that. You could do things like reverse crunches, just regular sit-ups will even target the lower abs, but you can do specific lower ab exercises like reverse crunches, hip raises, flutter kicks, scissor kicks. Those are some of the exercises we do at Bootcamp anyway. So you can do those, that will help strengthen the lower part of your body. But to really see your abs, you need to be focusing on fat loss really. And the reason it's hard is because you can't really choose where your body loses fat from or where it burns fat from. And I heard this really good analogy from another trainer actually, and I wanted to kind of share this with you because I think it's quite a good way of explaining it. So if you imagine, I've got here, okay, the swimming pool represents your body and the water in it represents your body fat. So when you are in a calorie deficit, okay, your body starts burning your fat for fuel. So if we think about the swimming pool, if I was to put a hole in the swimming pool down here and the water started coming out there, it wouldn't empty from the bottom, it would empty from the top, okay? And you'd start to see this top line getting lower and lower and lower. And it wouldn't really matter where, in the pool you emptied the water from, it would still get lower from the top. So the idea is that, this is the water is your body fat. It's getting lower and lower until the first part of the bottom of the pool that you see will be the shallow end of that pool. You see the bottom of the shallow end. Okay, so that's going to represent those areas where you notice fat loss first. So places like the face, maybe your shoulders, your chest, your back. Those are the places you notice it first. Okay, and you'll still be left with this water or fat here in the stubborn places like the hips or the lower abs, okay, or the stomach. So what you need to do is make sure that you continue to maintain a calorie deficit, which means you're still burning more energy than you're taking in. And eventually, this will get lower and lower and lower until you can kind of see the bottom of the deep end. And that's basically how it works with your fat. You have got areas where your body prefers to store it in certain sites in the body, and you don't have any control over it. But what you do have control over is the amount of energy you consume and burn. Okay, so again, if you just have a look, just a quick little graph. So here I've got a graph. This is the amount of energy I'm using. So for instance, if I'm burning 2,000 calories a day, okay, but I'm only taking in or eating like 1,500 calories, 1,500 kcal. Okay, that means there's a 500 calorie deficit here. Okay, so because my body's used that extra energy and it's not getting its energy needs from the food that's going into the body, it has to go to the fat stores to make up that energy that it hasn't had through food. Okay, so that's your calorie deficit. So when it doesn't get the energy, so if you're burning 2,000 calories a day but you're only eating 1,500, that 500 calories will need to come from your energy stores. Okay, so that's when your body will use the fat that you stored in your body. Okay, and that's what you're going to make sure you do. And you can do lower ab exercises all day long. And there's a myth about spot reduction where people think that if they do like sit-ups all day, that they're going to see amazing results in the abs. And it's not true, because actually the most important part is being in a calorie deficit, which is achieved through diet and exercise really. So I just hope that clears that up for you guys. And if you do have any questions, you can always ask me at the session or post your questions below.